Welcome to the Microsoft Excel video lesson. This is lesson 1, the beginner's lesson. In this lesson, we shall take you through how to launch the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Then we'll see how to navigate through the menu bar, the title bar, and the ribbon. We shall also see the spreadsheet area and enter data. Let's see in brief on the screen what we shall be doing in this lesson. This is the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet menu. This is Excel 2010 version. Excel 2010 version. Okay, lesson content. So in this lesson, we shall take you through how to open the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Then we shall navigate through the menu bar and the ribbon. We shall also introduce the keyboard. There is an on-screen keyboard, which I see very shortly. Then we shall also use the keyboard to open the Excel. Then we shall also tour or navigate through the spreadsheet. We shall see the dimension, the number of columns, and the number of rows there are. We shall see the active cell, and then the cell address. Then we shall also see what is the formula bar. The formula bar, we shall block a column, we shall block a row, we shall block a range. A range is 2 or more cells blocked together. Then we shall move through the spreadsheet using the keyboard. We shall enter data. Then we save the data, the file or the spreadsheet, in the first time and assign a name to it. We shall also save it in what is called compatible mode. Compatible mode. We clear the screen. We open a blank sheet. We shall open an existing sheet also, existing worksheet. Then we shall calculate total and formula. Then we shall format the numeric range. We shall format numeric range. Then we shall see how to copy formula. We save the file again. We set what is called print area. Then we preview the file and see how it will look like before it is printed. We shall change the margins in the previewed mode. When we are okay, then we print the worksheet. We shall clear the screen. Then we shall do 1 or 2 other things before we exit Microsoft Excel. So this is all that we shall be doing in this lesson. So I will advise you to pay close attention so that you can get the best out of this video lesson. So get ready as we start right now. Good. When your computer is switched on, when you boot your computer, at the end of boot, this is what you see. It's called the desktop. Desktop. At the bottom of the desktop, you see a bar, a long bar. At the extreme left of the bar, you see the start command. The start command. So point your mouse to start and click. So click start. Then you point your mouse to all programs. Now when you're on all programs, you don't click. A submenu appears automatically. Okay. Now you move into the submenu and then you move up to Microsoft Office. Depends on where yours is, whether yours is up or down. Okay. You move to Microsoft Office, then you move right because a submenu appears again. You move into the submenu through the blue bar. Okay, then you move down to Microsoft Excel 2010 and click. Then you wait for the screen to appear. Very good. This is the screen of the Microsoft Excel workbook. Very good. This is version 2010 version. Okay, now it's very similar to 2007 version. Good. Now at the very top bar where you can see book 1 Microsoft Excel, that is called the title bar. Okay, now underneath the title bar you have the menu bar. The menu commands are home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, and then view. Very good. You notice that when I click on the menu commands, sub commands or icons appear in this stretch of bar. Okay, this bar is called the ribbon. This ribbon is equivalent to the toolbar in the previous versions of Microsoft Excel. Okay, now let me click on home. You see, I click on home. Okay, these are the sub commands of home. Okay, there are so many icons, which are the most commonly used icons like copy. This is copy. Then this is cut. This is paste. Now this is format painter. Okay, this is B for bold, I for italics, U for underline. Now this is the font. The font is the style in which you type your data. Okay, now there are so many fonts. You click on this arrowhead, then you see a list of several fonts. Okay, you can choose any font you like. Okay, now each time you see an icon with an arrowhead beside it, it means that there are options you can choose from. Now this is the size. Okay, font size. It has an arrow, which means that you can change the size. You have option of choosing which size you want. You want it to be very big or very small. Okay, depends on you. Okay, then there are so many icons here. Now it is when we enter data finish that we can now apply them. Then you see how they are used very effectively. Now this icon here, this logo here, it's called the office button. Office button. Now this office button, clicking it is equivalent to clicking file in the previous versions of Microsoft Excel. Let's click and see what it is. You click it. Can you see that? Now you see such commands as save. Then we see save as. Then we see open. That is, you want to open a file that has been there already. Or close, you want to clear your screen. Then recent, that is, recently used file. I mean, file that you have been working on, that is recently used ones. Then of course new, that is, you want a blank screen, a blank worksheet. Then you have print. You want to print your worksheet onto the printer. Then you want to share. Okay, then you want to, that is Excel options. Then of course we have exit here. Okay, now there's an exit here. We have another exit at the top right corner. This X here is called exit also. Now let's click this exit and see what happens. I click exit, then we are out of Microsoft Excel. Now let's see how you can use the keyboard to open the Microsoft Excel. To use the keyboard, now before then, let me introduce the keyboard to you. There is an on-screen keyboard. On-screen keyboard. Click start with your mouse. Then you point your mouse to all programs. A sub-menu appears. You move up to accessories. Move up to accessories. Then you move right to accessibility. And then right again. You move right again to the next sub-menu. Then you move down to on-screen keyboard. On-screen keyboard. And click. Then the on-screen keyboard appears on the screen. Very good. So this is the on-screen keyboard. Now this key here is called the space bar. Normally you use the space bar to leave space between words when you are typing words. Okay, you type a word, you leave a space in between them. Very good. Now this key here is called start, or Microsoft Windows key. It's equivalent to clicking start on the task bar. When I say click start with your mouse, you can as well press this key here on the keyboard and it will assume the start button. Okay, there are two start keys. There's another one here. This one also is called start key. Okay, the next key to the right of this one here is called the right button. When I say click the right button on your mouse, click the right button on the mouse. You can as well press this key on the keyboard and it will assume the right button on the mouse. They function alike. Very good. Now this set of keys here, these four keys, arrow keys, they are called directional arrow keys. Okay, you use them to move through your spreadsheet. Now the spreadsheet, like you saw it already, there are small square boxes, so you can move through any the spreadsheet using these keys. Okay, of course you can also use the home and then the end key. There are all the keys on the keyboard are here. Now see this set of keys here, they are called numeric pad. numeric pad or calculator keys. Okay, if the data you want to enter is more of numbers, maybe you have numeric data you want to enter in, okay, so you can concentrate on these keys here, and then you enter the numbers in. You see, there are numbers here also. You see, you have 1 2 3 4 up to 9 and a 0 here, you see, but they are spread in the length of the keyboard. But these ones, they are very concentrated here, so you can concentrate on these keys and enter your data. You see, this key here is called the num lock. It has a small light above it here. Okay, now it is this num lock that controls these keys. If the light is on, that is, you push it, then the light is on. Then when you push these numbers, they will display the numbers on them. But if the light is off, that is, you press it again, the light goes off. If the light is off, then they behave like these keys, these arrow keys plus these keys here. Okay, if you look carefully at let's say you see 8, this 8 here. If you look on 8, you see that there's another character that is arrow going up, this arrow key, so that if the light is off, then if you press 8, it will behave like this arrow key. If you press 2, it will behave like this arrow key. Okay, and then 4 will also behave like this arrow key here. 7 will behave like this home. This is home key here. Good. This is enter. This is enter key here. There is another enter key here. Anyone convenient for you, you press. Okay, this is backspace. This is the backspace. This is the equal to sign. In Microsoft Excel, you are going to make use of this equal to sign very, very well. So note its position. Okay, this is the shift key. Shift key. You know, if you want to type capital letters, okay, you hold down the shift key, then you push the letters here. These are the letters of the alphabet. Okay, very good. So this is a brief description of the keyboard. So we are now going to use the keyboard now to open the Microsoft Excel. Good. So click start. Now press the start key on the keyboard. Very good. Then use one of the keys, the directional arrow keys, to go down to all programs. You see, you can go down like this, or you can go up this way. Okay, then you come down like this. It is cyclic. Okay, very good. You go to all programs, then press the right arrow key, right. Okay, very good. Then you can then go down like this until you go to Microsoft Office. Then you go right again. Okay, then now move down with the down arrow key to, of course you can go up like this also. You see, it is cyclic. You go to Microsoft Excel 2010, then you press the enter key on the keyboard. Okay, then you wait for the screen. This is Excel 2010. Very good. This is the spreadsheet of the Excel. Okay, now like I was explaining to you, okay, this is the ribbon, this is the menu bar. Now you see this set of keys here, they are called menu control keys. Menu control keys. You see, this is called book. You see, the Excel program is called book. Okay, like in a book you have pages in the book. Now this set of keys at the top here are called menu control keys. We have 3 sets at the top here, and then another 3 sets here. These 3 sets at the lower end, they control the pages in the book, but then the top one controls the book itself. When you click this X at the top here, you exit Excel completely. Now, but then the lower X, when you click it, you will only close the book, the paper, the first page which is open before you. Okay, now look at the lower right corner here. We have sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. Okay, just like in a file folder, you have several pages inside. Now in Excel book, you have a minimum of 3 pages, 3 leaves inside, called sheets. Okay, like a sheet of paper. Okay, so that you can decide to close. Look at this. Now I can do like this. You see, I can decide to shrink the page. I show you. You see, this is it. You see the lower X. You see, this is the X here. You see, so if you click this one, it means that you want to remove this sheet. Okay, the pages inside from the this. You will still remain in the Excel like you are still in the file folder, but there are no papers inside. Okay, so we go back. Very good. But then the top one is to completely. Now let's click the lower X and you see it's like saying you clear the screen. Okay, Now let's bring it back. You go to office button, then you go to new, okay, then click create, then it comes back. Can you see that? Very good. Now, so here you have minimum of 3 worksheet. You can add extra sheet. This small arrow key here, this small icon here is for insert. Okay, you click it, then extra comes. Can you see that? You click it, another one comes. Okay, so that's it. Now let me remove the one I've just entered. You click on the tab, the sheet tab, where the number sheet 4 is written, then you go to delete. Okay, you click on the arrowhead, then you click on delete sheet. Okay, then it's gone. Okay, that's how to delete it. Now, but we shall be doing delete later on. Now, right now, this bar here is called the formula bar. This white area here is called formula bar. Any formula you are typing will appear in that place. Any cell in which you click on, if there's a formula there, the formula will automatically appear in this formula bar here. Good. At the left end here is called the name box. The name box. Okay, now this is the spreadsheet itself. Okay, the spreadsheet is made up of vertical lines and then horizontal lines crossing each other, forming small square boxes. See these boxes, these are small square boxes. Now the square boxes are called cells. Okay, now when you say active cell means that the place where your cursor is right now. Okay, see here, this is our active cell. That's where the cursor is. Now the cell address is the same as the name of the cell. Okay, now if you look into the name box, this is the name box here, because this box here is in column F. Can you see that? Column F, and it's in row number 7. So its name, the name of this small square box is called F7. Can you see that? If I click here, this is G3. Okay, if I come here, this is A1. Can you see that? So this corner here is called the name box. Can you see that? The name shows there, and this side is the formula bar. Very good. Now this is, like I said, the spreadsheet is made up of columns and rows. The vertical ones are the columns. So this is a column, this is a column, this is a column, this is a column. Now the columns are labeled A, B, C, D up to Z, and then it continues AA, AB up to AZ, then BA, BB until you get to XFD, giving you 16,384 columns. Okay, now let's see the dimension. I have labeled the dimension down somewhere. Let's quickly see the dimension of the Excel. I've done it enough. Now I bring it out. Okay, you see this is, I've numbered the 1 to 3 until you can see it. Let's say now to go to the very end of the spreadsheet up to 16,000, you press the end key on the keyboard. Look at it. This is the end key. This key here is end. You press it once, then you press the right arrow key once. Okay, right now we are here. You see, we are here now. So I push the end key from here. You see, end, then right arrow. Very good. You see, we jump to the very end of the worksheet. You see, there are 16,384 columns. Okay, it's very large. Okay, so you can press home. Either you press home or you can press end and then left arrow to jump to, okay, the beginning. Now if you want to see that how many rows you have, over 1 million, look at it. You press end and then down arrow key. Very good. We have 1,048,576 rows. So you can imagine how big the spreadsheet is. Okay, so we leave this key for now. So I just want to show you the dimension. So let me remove this one. I click on this X here, the lower X, okay, to remove that. Very good. So this is where we were. So you can always move through the spreadsheet using your keyboard. Now if I click on the column, these are the column headings, the column header. Okay, this is C here. The letter C is the header for the whole of this column. The letter G is the header for the whole of this column. Okay, very good. So if I click on the column header, it blocks the whole of the column. Now the whole of the column is a range also. Okay, now I click on the row. These are the row numbers. I click on the row number, then I select the whole row from row 1, from column A to column 16,000 and over. Okay, now this is, I click on the column header. It blocks all the rows from row 1 to row number 1 million and over. Okay, so that's the range also. Now I block and drag like this, like, okay, this is a range. I told you that a range is 2 or more cells together. Okay, now if I click here, this one alone is not a range. If I block like this, this is a range of 4 cells. I click and drag like this, this is a range. Now look at it. If I block this side, okay, and I block this side also, can you see that the two together, they do not form a range because they are separate. They are not a range at all. Okay, now even if you block it like this, okay, if it's like this, see, this is one side, another side, another side, they don't form a range. Okay, because they are separated. If it's a range when they are all together, they are in succession. Okay, they are consecutive. You see, this is a consecutive group of cells, so this is a range. Okay, now this is a range. Okay, I can also block several columns. This is a range also. Then this is a range also. Can you see that? Very good. Now look at the lower right corner. You see this lower right corner here, you see this sliding bar here, it's called a zoom bar. There's a plus and minus there. If you click the plus sign, you see your screen becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, up to 500%. Okay, look at that. And if you click the minus sign, your screen becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. You see, in between the plus and the minus, there's a small button. We call it zoom slide. You can slide it to the left to make it very small until you don't even see anything at all. Then you can slide it to the right, very large. Can you see that? Okay, very good. So we are going to enter data now, and then we use more of the commands to see how it is done. Now let's assume that we are business people, we are tradesmen. We go to buy goods, or rather we produce goods. Okay, then maybe there are customers, okay, that come to take the goods to go and sell. Then at the end of the day, they bring their returns. Like, take for instance, we produce yogurt, fun ice, chocolate. Then all these bicycle boys come to collect the goods to go and sell. At the end of the day, they bring in their returns. Okay, so let's assume a business of that nature, and let's see how to go about it. So let's say that the business, the guys, the salesmen have just brought in their wares, their sales, their returns. So we want to compute them. So I have